It sounds simple, but you can't play at a high level if your brain is foggy. Professional combat is about consistency, and that starts with your own physical and mental state. Once you're rested and focused, you can actually process the chaos of a 20-man raid or a high-stakes arena match. Now that your head's in the right place, let's talk about positioning. It's not just about standing in one spot. It's about finding that Goldilocks zone, not too close to pull unnecessary aggro, but not so far that you're out of range for heals or utility. You need to move based on your current resources and a constant awareness of your team. When the battlefield gets chaotic, your position is what dictates whether you're a liability or the reason your team wins the fight. Here's the specific examples and demonstration. The first thing you notice is how we handle target acquisition. In chaotic fight, you don't have the luxury of hunting for a nameplate with your mouse to click over it and through a crowd. Because we're optimizing your settings, you should be able to log on to your enemy target and acquire them instantly. We want to move away from mouse and click gameplay because we get to a point where your targeting is based on where you're looking and your keybinds. This keeps your eyes on the battlefield and your hands ready near the buttons for your rotation, ensuring you never lose track of the enemy target, and even when the screen is exploding with spells. When we stop fighting with our own UI to find a target, let's talk about dynamic positioning. Pro positioning isn't just standing at max range or hugging the boss. It's a living choice based on the flow of battle. You're balancing your resource generation with the rhythm of the fight. By reading the battlefield and listening to your team's comms, you know exactly when to plant your feet for maximum DPS and when to rotate to safety before the damage even lands. It isn't about being just reactive, it's about being proactive, positioning yourself where you have the highest potential to succeed before the chaos peaks. Alright, let's learn how to dance with your target. Think of this training dummy not just as a hunk of wood, but as a partner in this rhythm. Now that you master target acquisition, you're going to practice that constant flow of stepping in to land your strikes and shifting back to stay safe. You see, here's the secret. There's an invisible line, and this line is always moving. And since the game doesn't give you the notification or a danger alert for it, you have to feel it out for yourself. It's about being light on your feet and staying mindful. Once you get the hang of this combat dance, you find that you're not just hitting buttons, you're outmaneuvering the chaos, spending some time here at the training dummy and getting familiar with the threshold. You'll see it start to pay off in every raid and dungeon on this. We know that from here, we are within range of most of our abilities. But we know if we take 1 foot backwards here just off this platform, we are out of range of some of our abilities, but we are out of range for all of our melee close quarters abilities that are not empowered. We would never be in range of our melee ability from here, or even here, and especially from back here. Unless we have long range melee attacks, we're not going to be capable of attacking the target. But we get familiar with our attacks capable of attacking from being defensive or offensive. When we know when we're in melee attack range, we know exactly when we're in melee attack range, we know exactly when we will not be. Thank you everyone, and let's end on a positive note for everyone who's tuned in and watched the video. This isn't something you're going to master in one session. It takes time to build that tactical muscle memory, where you stop thinking about the buttons and start feeling the flow of the battle. Now that we've covered the advanced UI in a previous video and the combat dance, we've built the foundations But there's one final piece to this puzzle. The element that separates the players who just survive from the ones who actually control the outcome of the encounter. In part 3, we're going to look at the battlefield through a different lens. We'll discuss how to manipulate the unseen forces of a fight to ensure your team's success before the boss even reaches 50% health. It's a tactical shift that very few talk about, and it's the ultimate secret to being the most valuable player in any group. Go practice at the training dummy. Keep your mind clear, and I'll see you in the next one.